ANC Secretary-General Mbalula says despite the party's empathy for former President Jacob Zuma, the law still needs to take its course. It comes after the Constitutional Court refused to hear an appeal, challenging a previous ruling which found Zuma's release on parole was unlawful. Mbalula urged the government to ensure that proper application takes its place.
We respect the courts and their outcome. The moral perspective to it is that we empathize with President Zuma, and no one wants to see anyone at the age of 80 going to jail. But in this instance, the law is the law, and government must deal with all the pros and cons. Interpreting the judgment, we have had voodoo lawyers here interpreting the judgment their own way. Others say doesn't mean he must go to jail. Others say he must. Obviously, government need to look at all those things. What is in the best interest of the country and what is the correct interpretation of the law. So we are an organization that upholds the rule of law.
Mbalula says the security cluster won't be caught off guard. This after riots gripped the country for 8 days in July of 2021 on the back of Zuma's arrest.
The security cluster, its job is to maintain law and order and ensure that nothing can culminate into acts of economic sabotage, lawlessness, because those acts tarnish the authority of the state, that we are a banana republic, we are a lawless society. Then people, the inhabitants of this country, do not feel safe because the state and the rule of law is shaky. What happened in July shouldn't have happened. You apply the rule of law in terms of the state, you clamp down on anarchy.
The ANC Secretary-General also addressed allegations levelled against Deputy President Paul Mashatile, who himself claims there's no plot to oust him.
I don't know this thing about Mashatile to be ousted. We're still looking at it even ourselves. Because Mashatile, we elected him, he's our Deputy President, and we support him. He's a capable leader of the ANC. So if there is a campaign against the Deputy President, we are looking at it. All what we see is stories, claims, and all of that about the Deputy President, this and that. We're looking at all of those things.
Mbalula reiterated the party's commitment to end load shedding by December and promised that most strides will be made to address service delivery problems ahead of next year's elections.